And we are back. So today we're going to talk about key 4. Now, remember, these keys, any one of these keys, if you opt to focus on it, to identify what might be working or not working within your system, any one of these are going to be helpful to your company regardless of your current level of operation or your scaling goals. However, especially if you're looking to go to $100 million, you probably have a set of services, products, etc. you do today. And I can almost guarantee that that set of products and services as they stand today are not necessarily what's going to get you to the $100 million. So having a culture of innovation and constant and never-ending improvement are key focus areas for your business. It's not only about innovating, it's about creating the culture of innovation. So while we're going to talk about talent and culture in another one of our key modules, I really, really want to point out the fact that innovation in can't happen unless you're actually giving your team space, time, opportunity, and as we talked about in the leadership strength, they really have to have a path to that top level of that company so that their ideas are being heard and vetted and taken into account. I will also say that when we talk about leadership strength, we'll also talk about the cadence of meeting and having ongoing times where you are actually talking about your innovations, your opportunities for growth. This all works together. If you haven't already picked up on that, there's a lot of this that while you can improve 1, if you improve 2, you're probably going to get 3x the result from that. And imagine what you get if you implement all 9. Don't try to do all 9 at once. Have a focus, have an area of growth, opportunity, results, feedback loops, and then move on to the next one. So that said, let's jump into innovation. So this is from a group called Venture Capitalist, and it is basically summarizing a study. I have that footnoted and can provide that as well. But there are different innovation types. This was basically a study, I believe, of 2,000 businesses looking at kind of those key types of innovation. And I have here given you a few examples. So this is not an exercise in me reading off of this chart. It is not intended to be an eye chart, so I hope it doesn't come across as that. I hope you can see it all visually. But I really encourage you to consider what are the ways here that you can use as an example within your business to say, are we thinking of innovation within this context? So most of us, profit model, low-hanging fruit. We're probably all thinking about it. Can we make more? Can we grow what we do? Just adding services, making those services more efficient, etc. But we might not always be thinking about, and even if we are, by the way, thinking about the profit model, really consider those ideas. Are they good? Are they not? Have a parking lot, have a decision. I use a phrase a lot, done or dead, right? If we've had an idea, we either decide it's terrible or not worth it now, and we kind of kill it off, or we decide that it is something that we want to do. But the in-between is not something that you should try to hang on to. So in networking, you can create connections with others to create even more value. So I happen to have a small sports business on the side, and one of the things that we did was we were only providing a half-day summer camp, and to provide a full-day summer camp, we actually partnered with another provider. We provided the first half-day. If anybody wanted to stay for the full day, we actually had a way to have the kids safely make it between those 2 camps, and we both grew our businesses a small bit because of that. So just thinking of the ways how can I use my network? What are the networking opportunities that I might have to expand? Obviously, in the Google case, structurally, you can have dedicated experiential time, a time for your team members to consider different innovations that they might bring to bear that could improve the experience for your customers, could grow your services, etc., but bringing other people into that. And again, I won't read all of this, but if you think of how Amazon added Amazon Prime, Obviously, that's a great way to expand your services, but then they also had enhancements. So why would I sign up for Amazon Prime? Oh, I get 2-day shipping. Great. Well, that makes me feel a ton better. And then eventually that became just a standard, and they added other things like one click or the capability, the Prime Video that's included as well. From a brand perspective, you could represent your offerings and businesses in new ways. Key charitable support. The example in this article, which is really great, is Patagonia. Patagonia went from just being a brand who talked about their dedication to climate initiatives to somebody who does something about it, a company who does something about it. And so not only do they give back, but they close at certain periods of time, periods of the year, etc. And then lastly, customer engagement, just distinctive interactions you foster, such as taking something that's typically been offline and moving it online. The point in giving you this example isn't to reiterate exactly what is in this article. It is more to have you consider what are the different ways that you might consider innovating within the business. So if you've set a $100 million goal and you know your current products and services are going to get you 80% of the way there, what is that other 20? And right now, if you're not looking at AI as an aspect of that, whether that is internally from operations and creating better systems of support, creating better customer service interactions, or creating a product that is actually based in AI in some way. Maybe you have a business that's a tech business and you can actually start integrating large language models or decision-making models off of AI. You might be needing to consider how you include AI actually in your product suite. How is AI enhancing your product suite, or what is your new product that has AI as a part of it? If that is not already in your conversation in some way, it absolutely has to be. You are going to be left behind in whatever industry you happen to be in. Now, you can do this in a way that it's not taking jobs and other things. I think a lot of people, when they hear it and they have that kind of fear, there are ways to implement on small scale or in sandboxes or in small parts of your business that help you stay ahead while not having to take on every piece of AI in the AI era. So, how are you innovating? What are you doing today that is going to get you to the $100 million? Again, what you're doing today, what got you here, probably will not get you there, but with minor tweaks, expansions, different mindset around it, and empowering your team to actually help you innovate and create that constant and never-ending improvement, you just never know how big you can go.